Right, good morning. I'm with the Kral K today, as you can see. So I'm going to copy what I did yesterday with the MPO3, see if I can do exactly the same, but first I've got to zero this one in. I can't remember how well the zero is. I'm going to take two shots with 18s. Yeah, I haven't got many of these 18s left, but I'm going to take two shots. You won't be seeing them, well you will through the scope, but I've got a bottom camera down there, that day and night vision camera where I got off TeamU. So I'm going to come off and you can see the join on the paper, so I'm going to go for that and see how close it is. So right underneath that number one. Okay, so I'm going to take that shot again because whether I move the rifle or not, I don't know, but it hit the join, which is one good thing, but it went over to the right. So what I do, I go for that pellet hole. Right, okay, so I take that as zero. I weren't expecting that because this is zeroed in with either the 15s or the Spitfire domes. So right, okay, we're going to go for the Bullseye first, as we did yesterday. Yeah, that did shoot a little bit to the right. It's in the ball, but it did shoot a little bit to the right. So I'm going to take another shot slightly to the left and see if I can knock that white spot out. Just a little bit to the left. Now the white spot's still there, but it's still in the bullseye. So it could be shooting a little bit high. So one more shot in the bullseye, and this time I'm going to come left and a little bit low, and there's that white spot gone. Okay, so it's left a little bit low. So now I go for the numbers. Number one. That's that number one. Now I haven't got many of these left. So what I might do is take a group shot in a minute, and that's that number two. And number three. Now, I have ordered 1,000 of these pellets, these 18s, Barracuda 18s. And that's 4. Number 4. And that's number 5, so now I'm on number 6. As I say, now I haven't got many left. and that's at number 6. Once again a nice straight line. Number 6 pellet is a little bit low, but it has clipped it. Right, okay, so now we're going to go for the number 4, which we did yesterday, and take a group shot. How many have I got left? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 pellets, 12 pellets counting this one. So we're going to go for that number 4. Okay, as I say, I didn't aim off. So now I'm going to take 5 shots. So I'm going to aim for the pellet hole, but just aiming off to the left, and it's straight through that hole. So really I should really sight this in so it's pinpoint like the MPO3. I'll take another shot, and that's straight through that pellet hole again. And again. So as you can see, I'm just copying what I did yesterday. And that group is better than I did yesterday at the moment. The group size is very, very small. Yeah, it's all going through that same pellet hole. The group size is the size of a pellet at the moment. Yeah, a lot of people said that MPO3 is a laser. So what do you think of this Kral K then? Right, I've got 3 more pellets of these 18s. Yeah. If that MPO3 is a laser, I don't know what this one's is. Right, last pellet. So I imagine there's got to be 10 through that hole. That was the last pellet. So that's the Barracuda 18s for you. Now, as I say, I've just ordered another 1,000 of them. So now we're going on to the 15s, Barracuda 15. And this is what I think this is zeroed in with, either this or the Spitfire, but I can't be sure. It's been such a long time since I've used this Kral K. I don't really want to spoil that hole, but I'm going to. Yeah, straight in. Now, I don't know whether you saw that video which I put up this morning. I know I'd done that video the other day, but yesterday I saw that American guy do it in with a 2.2 air rifle. So I thought I'd just combine them. Whether he's going to like it or not, I don't know. But could you tell the difference between me and him? Now I gave him a minute head start, and I finished a couple of minutes before him. And what I've said many times, don't just be like that aiming, because that's what he was doing. He was taking too long to aim. Instead of getting straight onto his target and shooting, he was taking too long, and that's why I caught him up, overtook him, even walked down 24 yards and back to get the target. I started counting and he was still shooting. Now that's the difference between people aiming. As I said many times, if you're down here and you're trying to aim, depending on how your rifle is in your body, that you've got a pulse moving, you've got everything moving, and the longer you take time to aim, the worse it gets for you. When I used to do archery, it's exactly the same as like an air rifle, really. I used to use a 50-pound bow. Okay, a bow is not as heavy as an air rifle, but you think of an air rifle anywhere between 8 to 12 pounds in weight against a bow of maybe a pound, right? But it's not the bow weight, it's the draw weight. Now, as I say, my draw weight was 50 pounds, and to pull that string back, if I couldn't aim and fire it within a few seconds, I would be going shaking, holding that string and arrow, and that's what happens. Exactly the same with a rifle. You've got it tucked in now, you're not aiming, you've got every single muscle in your body moving, and that is also moving, yeah? As I say, get on your target, straight away, pull that trigger. And these pellets are still going through the same pellet hole. And that's the difference between me and that guy yesterday, or this morning when I put the video up. Okay, that one just got an edge on the right hand side, so we're going to go for another number. And I think yesterday, oh no, we'll go for the ball, and there's the ball. Yesterday we went for number 1 after, didn't we? So we're coming down to number 1. And as soon as I got on it, I shot it. You don't have to wait, you just have to get on it and shoot it. In fact, let's raise this up. So I've raised the rifle up. Now you can't see that, well you did maybe the scope, but the scope cam. Right, so I'm going to bring the rifle down to number 1 and look at that. Although it didn't go in that pellet, it's right close to it. And that's how quick you have to be when you're aiming, you know. Just don't stand there. Too many people I see on the tube taking time, taking too much time in fact. Right, okay, so we go for that second pellet hole, and that just shot a little bit high. Yeah, I forgot about aiming low to the left. That's why I might have to zero this in. But even so, okay, a little bit low to the left, and that's straight through that pellet hole. You know, it's knowing how to read your pellet and how to use your rifle and scope. I mean, a lot of people have asked me about my past history, but I don't talk about my past. But let's say you was in a conflict and you happen to lose your weapon and you got people trying to shoot you, but all of a sudden you've seen a rifle on the floor, but it's got no butt, no stock to it. Would you pick it up? Of course you will. It's still a weapon, yeah? And if that weapon has got a magazine and rounds in it, you can still use it, even though it hasn't got a stock. And if you can't use that, well then use it as a club, yeah? That's if you're still alive, you know what I mean? But right, okay, so okay, that pellet hole there, the join I made, see it? And that's straight in now. And this is why I try, well, especially when friends come round to do shooting. I mean, you've seen a lot of pellet holes in my backboard down there. There's so many, look, there's so many pellet holes everywhere. Now, is that bad shooting? Well, yeah, it is. Okay, I've done some, but my friends have done most. And what I try to tell them is what I'm telling you. Just get on that target. Get on that target and pull that trigger. See that? Straight through the same pellet hole. No waiting. Yeah, some people listen, some people don't. And the ones that don't think they know everything, yeah? One of the comments said about bench rest. Why don't I take up bench rest? Well, tell the truth, I've got nothing really to prove. I know how I shoot. And I shoot the way I've been trained to, but with a little bit more extra bits what I put into it, yeah. Just going to roll a cigarette. I found out that getting on that target and pulling that trigger is the best way of shooting, in a way of you're aiming, but as soon as you get that target, don't hesitate, just pull that trigger, and you'll find your shooting habits will disappear, and you'll be doing exactly the same as I am. There's nothing hard in what I'm doing, nothing at all. Anybody can do exactly the same what I'm doing, you know. But with me, it's taking a lot of practice. Finger control, eye control, body control, and your mind, you know. My fingers are so cold I can't roll this cigarette. Quite a few of you are saying, well, stop smoking. Well, a bit too late for me now. Yeah, you don't have to listen to me, but I'm just trying to tell you the best way to shoot, yeah? And really, not only do I think it's best, that is the easiest way. No, I got no iron rifle. That's, once again, that's in the same price range. This Kral K is in the same price range as my MPO3. Okay, so I've got a Zulu scope on it, but the MPO3's got that 23-pound scope on it, and that's shooting exactly the same. This is a little bit out, as you know. It's shooting a little bit high to the right, so you've got to compensate coming down to the left. I will. Me. You might be right about me. I'm smoking. Went down the wrong hole. Can't remember if I'm loaded. Oh yeah, I am. It's still waiting for that same pellet off. Yeah. Yeah, you know, when you look at these and how small these groups are, I think I put two in that one, didn't I? One to make it, two went in. I don't know how many's gone in now. That one I forgot to, that pellet was touching that number 2 line. I forgot to come left and low. But how many pellets gone in that number 4 line, I don't know. You know, a lot of comments have said you've got to take your time, you know, but this is a non-regulated rifle, so it makes no difference. I don't think it makes much difference if it's regulated, to tell you. Oh, yeah, coming back to bench rest. I've got nothing to prove about shooting. I've competed against people in the past. I've won lots of stuff. But I'm too lazy. My age now, I'm just too lazy to go out and travel. into competitions or HF, whatever you call it, HFT. No, I'm not interested in all that. I like being at home, and I like just being in the garden, just doing my thing, yeah? It might be a short distance, but more practice you can get in, doing short distance. Hold you in good stead for a longer distance. God damn it. That's like smoking horse manure. Even though I've never smoked horse manure. Okay, so we go for the ball. And there's the ball. See, just bringing that scope up, getting on that ball, firing that trigger. You might agree to disagree, but you've seen it. You've seen how I shot that, and yeah. And all it is really practicing. And to me, every time I come out here doing these videos, it's all about practicing, really, having fun. Yeah, that's what it's about. Let's take that one again down now. Now that's shot dead straight, that pellet. Right, 27 minutes, I'm going to stop here. Take this last shot. We're going back up to the bullseye. What can I say? Right, okay, so if you enjoyed the video, give the thumbs up, leave your comments, and I hope you listen to what I say about just getting on that target and pulling that trigger, because that is the best way to shoot. If you take in, oh dear me, I've seen people. Well, in fact, there's one guy on YouTube. He's on an optics, and it's like that. And I can literally go out into the kitchen, make a cup of tea, come back, and he's still like that, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.